In this video, guys, we're going to look at risk per trade is fine, but this risk metric is far better. Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. Right, so if you've watched me for a while, you know that I sign off all the videos with Keep Your Risk Managed, and I don't do that lightly. I just hope that, one of the things that we do as traders is that we at least can manage the risk. That's the only thing we can control. We can't control where the market's going, can't control what's going to be the next trade, but we can control it to a certain extent. There's some risk that we have to lose control of sometimes. But ultimately, guys, that's the thing we've got control of, how much risk we're placing per trade. And that's not only the position size, where our stops are going to be and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so one of the things that gets banded around loads and, it's with good intentions and it makes a lot of sense is this risk per trade. So people say, hey, imagine you've got a $10,000 account, just for argument's sake, you're risking 2% per trade. So you're risking $200 per trade. And some people say it should be 1%, some people say, whatever the number may be, it's born with percentage per trade, and that's the number that's banded around. I said, okay, now you're managing risk. But I want to say, guys, this isn't enough. This is okay, but it's not really digging into the true risk that you're taking. Let me explain what I mean by this. So you're risking 2% per trade. What's the big thing that's missing from this? How many trades you're taking. If you were a day trader and you're doing 10 trades a day, how is that comparable to a swing trader who is doing, let's say, 10 trades per year? It's completely incomparable, because this guy, this day trader, is doing 10 times 200 per day, so he's doing $2,000 a day risk, and the swing trader is doing the same, $2,000 per year risk. Now, even though the risk metric of risk per trade is identical, the risk is completely different. This day trader, if he's risking $2,000 a day, theoretically, except 10 losers in a row, we've got to allow for this. If he's 10 losers in a row, he's going to be down a massive amount. 5 days in a row, good night. Whereas the swing trader, he's got years. He's got years. So the one metric that I think is more important, guys, is risk per unit of time. And what I mean by this is, if you're a day trader, how much are you risking per day? If you're a swing trader, how much are you risking per week or per month, depending on the time frame? If you're a 2 or 3 day hold and you're trading, say, 3 or 4 times a week, week's probably better. If you're a multi-week hold, you get the idea. So thinking in terms of this, because actually, if you're a day trader, let's say you both had 10 grand accounts, you might want to say, well, how much am I prepared to be down by in 6 months' time? Am I prepared to be down by 9 grand? Probably not, because that might be you out of the game. Am I prepared to be down 5 grand? Still probably not. Am I prepared to be down 3? I could stomach that, because it means that I can probably tighten things up and I've got another 6 months. Whatever a number is for you, but you get the idea. So then you say, right, well, I've got 3 grand risk. I'll put this here. 3K is my risk, and that's over a 6 month period. Right, now I need to work back and decide how much I can risk per trade. If I'm a swing trader and I'm doing 5 trades, whatever it was, 5 trades over the 6 month period, I can recalculate exactly how much I can risk per trade, so that if every single one of those trades is a loser, I'm down by 3 grand. If I'm a day trader, I'm doing 10 trades a day, you're gonna have to dial that right down, because, okay, I would say you could probably go, let's say worst case scenario, I lose 85% of my trades, or 90 or 80. I don't mind you adjusting that percentage, because the chance of doing 10 losers, 10 losers, 10 losers, 10 losers is pretty slim. Super unlikely, still possible, but let's keep it in the realms of stress test it, but within some sense here. So if you stress tested it and say, okay, maybe I lose 8 trades a day, win a couple, let's say they break even, worst case scenario, so 8 losing trades a day, you can't be anywhere near risking $200 a day or $1,600 a day, because you've only got 3K for the whole 6 months. So in theory, you could be out of the game. Your risk cap, your risk tolerance is done in 2 days. So you have to work it out and go, okay, well, if I'm doing 10 trades a day, 5 trades a week, 50 trades a week, I'm doing 200 trades a month, you start to extrapolate that, going 1,200, okay, well, how much can I actually risk? Well, I can only risk $2, okay, It doesn't work, does it? When you start thinking of it like that, it doesn't work. Max risk works out to be $5 a trade. It's just not possible to do it like that. Okay, maybe some accounts you can do it a very, very small amount, but you get the point. So then something has to change for you. You have to change your risk tolerance and go, well, actually, maybe I'm prepared to, because it's acceptance, guys. It's not necessarily whether this is right or wrong. I'm not going to say to you that's a good number, or whether the whole amount's a good number, or whether, you know, $100 is a good number. It's not that. It's the acceptance and not being suddenly smacked over the head and, oh, I didn't realize I could lose that much. It's understanding how much you're actually risking and using the right metric for the job. If you're day trading and saying I'm going to risk 2% a day and not expecting to lose down 3K in 6 months' time, you're not thinking clearly, you're not looking at the maths. You know, if you're saying, okay, well, actually, something has to change here. I can't be as active as a trader. I need to dial it down to 1 a day, for example. I need to then work out and go, okay, 1 a day, 5 trades a week. You know, however many over the 6 month period that is. Okay, what's my maximum loss? Or you have to up your risk tolerance and go, you know, reasonably, even if I'm risking $50 a trade, on the worst case scenario, 6 months, I'm still going to be down 8 grand or whatever. Am I happy with that? Well, I'm going to have to, because something has to give some way or another. So the point is, guys, is that there's no right or wrong. You risk whatever you choose to risk. You know, we're all different people, we're all different risk tolerances. You risk the full 10, you want to risk the full 10. You want to risk 1, that's not the issue. The thing is just be very mindful about the strategy you're employing and how much you're risking per unit of time. That's the metric that's better. How much you're risking per day for a day trader, per week if you're a swing trader, or per month. Because that will put you in a far better mindset and you won't be caught out. Because the trouble is, guys, what happens is you don't expect to risk a certain amount. All of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't think I'd be down 6 grand. You know, I was started at 10. I'm only a couple of months. I'm down 6 grand. Oh, you know, really, that's worse than I thought. And it will catch you by surprise. And the catching you by surprise will then put you in fear mode. It will put you in FOMO. It will put you in revenge trading. I need to get it back. And then you're stuffed. You're screwed. You've got no chance then, because you've just been blindsided by unexpected drawdown. And then you're in a recovery mode and you're not thinking clearly enough. So the thing is, guys, is to think, you know, sensibly about what the real risk is, sensibly about where the account could be if you're trading the style you're trading and the risk you're taking in 6 months' time, and ask yourself the question if you're happy with that. If you're happy with that, great, go ahead. If you're not, then adjust some of the dials until you are happy with it, whether that's trade frequency or position size, and then go, you know what, now I can never be caught out. Now, whatever happens, I've stress tested this. I know that actually at some point, worst case scenario, I'm going to be here and I can deal with that. All right, guys, take care. Don't forget to check out channel sponsors, linked in the description below. And that's the risk per trade is fine, but I think this metric is better. Let me know what you think about this one. Be interested to hear your thoughts. Take care. Bye-bye.